watching the News Hour Agenda. I'm Padmaja Joshi. Today, the Karkarduma court in Delhi was hearing the bail plea of Omar Khalid in the case related to the larger conspiracy behind the Northeast Delhi riots. And in the course of that hearing, the government and the police put forward witness statements, video evidence, and parts of chats, conversations that were had between the various people who've been arrested for this conspiracy. Evidence that seems to point to the fact that these riots were anything but spontaneous. The special public prosecutor arguing for the Delhi police made sensational claims. Attempting to build a watertight case, he said that these riots in fact were not spur of the moment, but in fact came after a series of meetings. WhatsApp groups were created where there was conversation about how to teach a lesson to quote-unquote a Sanghi government. Ab khoon bahane ka samay aa gaya hai. A witness statement was put out talking about how men and women were given red chili powder, lathis, other weapons only in order to participate in the violence that followed. The question then is, if this was the level to which a violent protest, a violent riot to singe Delhi and to spill blood was planned, how can those who have been arrested for this conspiracy still be called political prisoners?
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Shazia Alvi, national spokesperson of the BJP, joins us. Professor Sangeet Ragi, political analyst, will be with us in just a minute. Tausif Ahmed, advocate. Vivek Srivastava, political analyst. Shoaib Jabai, Islamic scholar, to whom I will put the first question. What is the point of giving lathi, lal mirch powder and acid to people in a protest? Shoaib Jabai.
पद्मजा, एक कोर्ट के प्रोसीडिंग में पुलिस अपना एक प्रूफ रखती है, पक्ष रखती है, फिर उमर खालिद के वकील उसको डिफेंड करेंगे, डे टू डे कोर्ट की प्रोसीडिंग होगी।
सवाल ये उठता है कि ये सारे एविडेंस कोर्ट में एडमिसिबल होंगे या नहीं होंगे, कोर्ट उनकी बुनियाद पर उनको कन्विक्ट मानेगा नहीं मानेगा, ये अभी बहुत दूर का मामला है। अभी कोर्ट ने इसको एडमिसिबल नहीं माना है, इसको कन्विक्शन के आधार नहीं बने, लेकिन ऑलरेडी इसी दिल्ली राइट में कन्विक्शन हो चुका और जेल टर्म्स भी हो चुका है। उनका नाम है दिनेश यादव। और दिनेश यादव कौन है? वो हमारे एंटी सीए प्रोटेस्टर्स नहीं थे, प्रो सीए प्रोटेस्टर्स थे जो बीजेपी के साथ थे। तो जो ऑलरेडी कन्विक्शन हो चुका है, इससे साफ पता चलता है कि राइट कराने वाले जो है सीएनआरसी वाले नहीं थे, बल्कि राइट कराने वाले, उनका विरोध करने वाली है बीजेपी के साथ जो लोग आए थे या फिर कपिल मिश्रा के साथ जो लोग आए थे, क्योंकि कोर्ट ने ऑलरेडी उनको कन्विक्ट भी कर दिया और 5 साल के लिए जेल में भी डाल दिया है मनोरी के लिए। ठीक है, ये तो सबको पता है। अब सवाल ये उठता है कि जिनके कन्विक्शन हो चुका है, हम उन पे चर्चा करने के बजाय आज उस पे चर्चा कर रहे हैं जिसको अभी तक कोर्ट ने एविडेंस के तौर पर एडमिसिबल नहीं माना है।
कि दिनेश यादव इनोसेंट है, बिल्कुल उसका कन्विक्शन हुआ है, वो बेशक गिल्टी है और उसको ज्यादा से ज्यादा सजा भी मिलनी चाहिए, पर कंस्पिरेसी है कि नहीं, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द इनोसेंस और गिल्ट, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट हु was behind the conspiracy, sir. And only on the issue of conspiracy, may these people hang if they are found guilty of murder, may they hang. But in the issue of conspiracy, I am quoting to you a witness statement which says, लेडीज एंड जेंट्स को इकट्ठा किया और उनको सामान जैसे लाल मिर्च, लाठी, डंडे, पत्थर सब तैयार करने को कहा जो जरूरत पड़ने पर यूज की जा सके। तो ये कोई पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट तो नहीं था ना सर? That you will agree. This was not a democratic, peaceful protest.
Padmaja, I understand. I accept that whatever may be the statement of the witness has been given in the court, but the important point is that thus they are admissible to the court, thus the judge should consider them as to convict the Umar Khalid is the important point. But the thing is, before the conviction, before that leads to any imprisonment or the jail term, how can we decide here in the debate of a national television that Umar Khalid Khalid is a
You are
conspirator of the
absolutely
Delhi
right.
riot.
We are nobody here to decide anything about Umar Khalid. Just
we
we are
cannot
also
decide.
just
Let
like
the
we are
court decide.
also not
But-
allowed
but
or
the way-
qualified
मैं
to give him
just
a
one
certificate
point.
of innocence.
Padmaja, just
That
one point.
is my simple point. The thing is that even before this case is to be decided on, already there are n number of people, and let's play out those reactions, who have said Umar Khalid is a political prisoner. Umar Khalid has been arrested only because he spoke against the Modi government. In Modi's India, students are behind bars and terrorists are roaming free. So just like you rightly say, we are nobody to announce or decide Umar Khalid's guilt, who are these people to announce Umar Khalid's innocence?
मैं बीजेपी को ही जवाब दे रहा हूं, जो अभी हमसे कहेंगी थोड़ी देर में कि देखिए उमर खालिद को कंडेम नहीं कर रहे हैं। अरे उमर खालिद जब कन्विक्ट होगा तब कंडेम करेंगे, लेकिन जो दिनेश यादव ऑलरेडी कन्विक्ट हो चुका है और जिसका बीजेपी के साथ रिश्ता है, तो ये बात तो साबित होती है ना कि राइट करने वाले सिर्फ एंटी सीए प्रोटेस्टर्स नहीं थे, बल्कि जो बीजेपी की तरफ से आए थे।
उमर खालिद को कंडेम और कंडोन करने की तो कोई जरूरत ही नहीं है। ऑल वी आर सेइंग, हाउ हैव यू ऑलरेडी डिसाइडेड दैट उमर खालिद इज इनोसेंट when there is evidence to the contrary? I am not even talking about guilt. I am just showing you a situation where his innocence has already been declared.
अरे भाई अभी जो
प्रूफ कोर्ट में आए हैं, एज ए उमर खालिद का अगर वकील होगा तो वो बोलेगा कि सर आई डिनाई दिस प्रूफ, मैं इस प्रूफ को नहीं मानता हूं।
Sir, you are not even answering my question. I am not even, we cannot adjudicate his guilt. I am asking you, who gave people the right to adjudicate his innocence? And to declare that the only reason he is in jail is not because of the witness statement, not because of the evidence, but because he spoke against Modi.
Yes, because ये दिनेश यादव के कन्विक्शन के बाद ये बहुत क्लियर हो चुका है। It's become clear that who is behind the riots and who are them, and they are not anti-CA protesters but from the BJP.
Two convictions have shown that the entire riot was programmed by the BJP. Shazia Almi.
Because conviction is already there, na? What is another thing to
So
prove?
one thing has been proven, that Shoaib Jamai agrees with the way the investigations have been done, which is enough to prosecute and prosecute Dinesh Yadav and keeps his conviction going. And in fact, spells out his conviction in this manner. That itself says that the investigations are happening in the correct direction. Earlier, we knew that an equal amount of Hindus and Muslims have been implicated, and it's a fair amount. The number is almost the same. When the entire brigade, the Tukde brigade, of which of course Umar Khalid is an integral part of, I don't even know whether I should use the word integral, because integrity and integral would seem like words that do not make sense to this Tukde gang. But they were the ones who were saying, that, you know, it's been provoked against the minorities. But we all know that it was stage managed, created and orchestrated before the visit of Donald Trump to give India a bad name. And these are the facts that are coming out. And if there are people involved on either side, and now I'm very happy that Shoaib Jamai is again and again calling the conviction of Dinesh Yadav correct, because it just goes on to show that investigations have been fair. And I want everybody to listen in. हम चाहते हैं सब लोग सुने। शोएब जमी और इस तरह के लोग जो बाकायदा झूठ मूठ की बात पर लोगों को बहकाते हैं, सी और एनआरसी जिसका ड्राफ्ट भी नहीं था, उसको लेकर लोगों को बरगलाते थे, मान रहे हैं कि जिस तरह से पुलिस ने अपना काम किया है, जिस तरह कोर्ट ने भी अपना काम किया है, क्योंकि कोर्ट वही करते हैं, कन्विक्शन वही करते हैं।
So if you are saying that the conviction, the first conviction in the Delhi riots shows that the probe is fair, then the same police which has led to the conviction of Dinesh Yadav in the first of many cases related to the Delhi riots also submitted in court today Vivek Srivastava, and I quote, at a meeting, just a second, at a meeting, Umar Khalid told Gulfisha, and I quote, उस रूम में उमर खालिद ने बोला गुलफिशा से, भाषण से कोई काम नहीं चलेगा, ये समझो कि सरकार मुसलमानों के खिलाफ है, खून बहाना पड़ेगा, ऐसे नहीं चलेगा, हमें सरकार के घुटनों के बल लाना पड़ेगा, संघियों की सरकार इस तरह नहीं मानेगी। विवेक श्रीवास्तव, same police that has led to the conviction says संघियों की सरकार ऐसे नहीं मानेगी, खून बहाना पड़ेगा।
आपने उन्हें कोट किया, right, yes. Now I don't think he was talking about कि खून दूसरों का बहाना है या खुद का बहाना है। ये एक बहुत बड़ा confusing stand है। To the best of my knowledge, the BJP government is trying to give a bad name to JNU and young Muslim educated scholars. It's a part of a strategy to show them down. The ex-colleague of Shazia Ilmi, Mr. Kapil Mishra, is roaming around like a hero. Okay, there are hate speeches in Haridwar. Nobody is really arrested. There are hate speeches and naras again कि जब मुल्ले मारे जाएंगे राम राम चिल्लाएंगे जंतर मंतर. We go to protest and our cadre and students are arrested and taken to Mandir Marg police station, where we have to late till late night after we let off.
What was said at Mandir Marg and what was said at Haridwar,
yes,
both are reprehensible. Arrests have been made, and as far as that man at Jantar Mantar is concerned, he has at last count been denied bail twice.
Omar Khalid has
as
not
he should
made
be.
a single
and just by the way, so has Omar Khalid. So you cannot say कि इसका arrest सही है, पर इसका arrest दमन है. That is not the way it works. You just quoted, or rather Shoaib Jamai just quoted the conviction of Dinesh Yadav as an example of how beautifully the law is working. That same law, sir, has also got this particular witness statement. This particular witness statement which says that Umar Khalid said संघियों की सरकार को घुटनों के बल लाने के लिए खून बहाना पड़ेगा. But Sangeet Ragi, the argument of Vivek Srivastava is कि संघियों की सरकार को घुटने पे लाने के लिए उमर खालिद अपना खून बहाने को तैयार थे. अच्छा, वो अपना खून बहाने की तैयारी में थे. He was saying I will bleed myself.
बिल्कुल एजिटेशन आप करते हैं, पुलिस लाठी मारेगी. अगर पुलिस लाठी
और मिर्ची पाउडर किस लिए ले जा रहे थे? अपनी आंखों में डालने के लिए.
उसका खून बहेगा.
और डंडे से वो खुद को मारने वाले थे.
आप मिर्ची पाउडर कहां उमर
और एसिड भी अपने ऊपर डालने वाले थे.
आप बताइए मुझे मिर्ची पाउडर कहां उमर खालिद ने बोला है? नहीं बोला है.
I will tell you. That is a very good question. So here is what the other witness statement says, and I quote, ladies and gents को Let me quote from the beginning of this statement. मेरे दोस्त सोहेल ने मुझे शादाब, तस्लीम, गुल, नताशा और देवांगना से मिलवाया. सोहेल के साथ मैं भी प्रोटेस्ट में जाने लगा उन सबसे मिलने. इसके बाद 2-3 हफ्तों के बाद रोड ब्लॉक करने को सोहेल और सबने प्लानिंग की गुलफिशा के साथ. औरतों और बच्चों को इकट्ठा करने की बात करी. लेडीज और जेंट्स को इकट्ठा किया. उनको सामान जैसे लाल मिर्च, लाठी, डंडे, पत्थर सब तैयार करने को कहा जो जरूरत पड़ने पर यूज कर सके. नाउ आर यू टेलिंग मी कि लाठी, डंडे, पत्थर, लाल मिर्च वर बीइंग यूज्ड टू अटैक themselves?
भारत में आपको I'm asking you a simple question.
Yes.
Do you think an educated scholar of JNU, even if he is wrong and wants a revolution and wants to do violence, he is going to do it through lathis and that too on a small scale way? What nonsense. At least उस आदमी को अगर आप इतना evil मानते हो तो उसकी intellectual capacity को तो respect दे दो.
Sir, I am woefully out of my depth कि intelligent revolutionaries, what weapons they use to bring about a revolution. Maybe you are more well versed in that. I would think even lathi dande is fairly dangerous in a democracy. Maybe you disagree. Sangeet Ragi, Umar Khalid and the others were saying कि हम अपना खून बहाएंगे संघी सरकार को घुटने पे लाने के लिए.
Padmaja, this interpretation is as if Umar Khalid and the fellow brothers associated with him are the really Gandhians, that they were trying to inflict something on themselves to make the revolution meaningful. And those who know the character of the JNU and the left movement would never buy this logic. It is ridiculous. The point is very clear that the Muslims, the left intelligentsia has been working tirelessly for several years how to bring the BJP government bad name. And certainly they were, they were trying to, because left has been completely decimated in the elections, and so the other political parties. So this was the opportunity they used, to create bad name for the government, bad name for the nation. They wanted to inflict violence in the society, and that is what they have really actually done. It doesn't matter whether you are a PhD scholar or you are a MPhil scholar. Ultimately, those who destroyed the Twin Tower in the United States of America, they were also the educated people. Those who have been associated with the violence activities in European countries are the motivated Muslims who are not uneducated, or they are the poor ones. No, that's not the point. It's the kind of the ideology that motivates them to do it. Here is the person, the understanding is that, look, this is the BJP government, this is a right-wing government, this is a Sanghi government, and until and unless we do something like that, we cannot bring the Sanghi government,
to its knees.
Knee down. So that is the whole reason.
Vivek Srivastava.
So that is the whole reason they have done it.
Vivek Srivastava.
It's wrong.
And
you look
Mr.
at
Raji
is wrong.
Selection.
It is not possible by a few students to do something to bring the government down. How will the government come down? मतलब 4 लाठियों के through the government will come down. You are accusing Omar Khalid of using a lathi to bring the government down.
Sir, first of all, it was not, just a second, it was not a mob of 4 people with 4 lathis. I think we have shown you enough images. We will show you more, including a CCTV footage, which was shown by the prosecutor, of how a mob of hundreds of people was given lathis. It was distributed. And this is from CCTV cameras, which was recorded in Chandbagh. That's point number 1. Point number 2, there was sitting done at Jafrabad, where speeches were made, and this was done over a period of time. So please do not make it seem as if 4 people got together with 4 lathis, point number 1. And the third point I want to make is, when you talk about a PhD scholar of JNU, let me remind you that Yati Narasimhanand, who rightly is in jail and who you just quoted for hate speech, is educated in Russia, has worked in London, and is an engineer by profession. So please do not quote somebody as being a PhD scholar as an example of his innocence. Yati Narasimhanand is rightly in jail despite being educated from Russia and an engineer, and so is Umar Khalid. Vivek Srivastava.
I am saying the government is trying to give a bad name to JNU deliberately. Ma'am, I am saying the government is trying to give a deliberate bad name to
JNU में अकेले उमर खालिद साहब तो नहीं पढ़ते ना, JNU में बड़े सारे लोग पढ़ते हैं.
Which is wrong. मैम पहले
जो वहाँ के वाइस चांसलर है, उनको भी आप 10 बातें बोलते हैं ना. Is that about giving a bad name to JNU?
आप सुनिए ना.
Day in and day out, the vice chancellor of JNU is abused. Is that about giving a bad name to JNU? This is not about JNU. This is about an individual.
He was accused of going to Pakistan while he did not have a passport. This was the same Delhi police, the same intelligence, when they targeted him and said, "आप पाकिस्तान जाते हैं, आपने इतने trips लगाई हैं, जबकि उस लड़के के पास passport ही नहीं था." This is the way victimizing is being done.
Who are you talking about?
Who belong to rich families who are not politically powerful.
Who are you not tangentially talking about? Can you please talk about the case?
आप पढ़िए पहले.
अरे आप किसकी बात कर रहे हैं?
मैम, दिल्ली पुलिस ने जब टुकड़े टुकड़े के नारे लगे थे, उमर खालिद को कहा, जब उसको पकड़ा, तुम तो भाई पाकिस्तान जाते हो, ट्रेनिंग लेके आते हो, तुमने इतनी ट्रिप्स लगाई हैं, तुम्हारे फेसबुक पे ये फ्रेंड है, जबकि असलियत बाद में निकली.
अभी we are not talking about whatever other tangential case you are saying. I am very specifically asking you about evidence that has been given in court today about the Delhi riots case. Now you will talk about some other case from 5 years ago. We are talking about this.
I am talking about the Home Ministry, which is biased.
Okay, first of all, when it comes to the distribution of lathis, etc., I don't know if you have a TV, but this is the CCTV footage from Chandbagh that was shown and submitted by the public prosecutor, where he said, here is a crowd of 100 people which was given lathis. Now, as you would imagine, sir, since you also live in Delhi. ऐसा तो है नहीं कि आप Amazon पे जाकर के 5 मिनट में लाठीज ऑर्डर कर दें. This clearly is something that has been planned, where you have lathis available and you go out and you distribute them.
और उमर खालिद एक रिवॉल्यूशन कर देंगे, मेरे गले नहीं उतरती बात.
Okay. Respond Sangeet Ragi, then I want to bring in Tausif Ahmed also. Okay.
As an Indian national,
all right.
As a citizen of Delhi,
so what was he distributing lathis for? Dandi March.
Vivek, can you Padmaja, if you look at the pattern of violence, particularly the riots, you will be finding that these are the things which is very common to, whether it is the riots in Aligarh or it is in Moradabad. You know, the collection of such artifacts which could be used for the violence, it has been, you know, completely engineered and doctored and managed in advance. And so was the case in Delhi. It means that it goes without saying that it was a very good planning how to engineer riots in Delhi. The timing was proper. The management of humans and the other resources, the tamanchas and the lathis. You know, yes, Vivek Srivastava. You read Paul Brass, you read Wilkinson. You will come to know that how the riots take place in India.
Okay.
You will have to know
Ahmed, let me quote to you another part of a WhatsApp chat. This was a WhatsApp group which was made, which is called DPSG. On the group, there is a message which is at 9 minutes past 12, where someone called Sehba ma'am says, "Aag lagwane ki puri taiyari hai." Then somebody says things are going in very dangerous directions. So there is another reply which says, "For now, we need to stop the violence." For now. आग लगवाने की पूरी तैयारी है. What is that?
Padmaja, when we're talking about the Delhi riot case, we must never forget the observation made by Delhi court a dozen of times, including once when the police officers were fined by the court for not for the callous investigation. In fact, including when the court remarked that the investigation is going in one direction, and also when court said that there are certain cases where police has failed to take actions and filed FIRs. You know, we all remember that before the riot started, there is a very famous or infamous speech of Kapil Mishra, but he is roaming free. He is enjoying the presumption of innocence which is provided to him under the law. Similarly, same presumption of innocence applies to Umar Khalid, but he is languishing in jail. So that is about, differential treatment where court has themselves remarked.
Actually, since you mentioned Kapil Mishra, and again, no brief for Kapil Mishra at all, but this is what the prosecutor told the court. Group chats show that 5 members, including Safura Zargar and Sharjeel Usmani, already knew about the upcoming violence even before Kapil Mishra made that alleged speech on the 17th of February. In one chat, they speak to each other and say, "Bhai, kuch nahi hua, Kapil Mishra gaya, police le gayi use." So this meeting and this discussion of violence to follow, Tausif Ahmed, happened even before Kapil Mishra was anywhere on the scene. This is what the prosecutor has said.
Kapil Mishra was standing next to senior police officer and said that there will be a
all this is wrong. All this is happening at the behest of the Home Ministry. The Home Ministry is using Delhi police as a tool to victimize
the Muslim. So if the Home Ministry is using Delhi police as a tool, how is Dinesh Yadav convicted for burning down a Muslim lady's house? If the Home Ministry is using the Delhi police, then how come there has only been one conviction and that man happens to be Dinesh Yadav? Abhi to Shoaib Jamai was calling this the paragon of a good investigation. So either the Delhi police is doing a good job or they are being manipulated by the Home Ministry. It can't be both ways. तो आपने हिंदुओं को कन्विक्ट करवाया और लेफ्ट के बच्चों को आपने सिर्फ चार्जशीट करवाई. There seems to be some very strange manipulation happening there by the Home Ministry. But a good point that has been raised by Tausif Ahmed, Shazia Ilmi, is how much of this investigation and how much of this evidence can be taken at face value when the court itself has, at least on 3 occasions that I can remember, wrapped the Delhi police for a lackadaisical approach. How do we know that this evidence is not manufactured when the court has wrapped the Delhi police?
So again, I don't hold a brief for the Delhi police, and I don't know in what context that has been said. It is also the same judge and the same court which refused Zafura bail initially, for which they were blaming the Delhi police, because Delhi police appeal was that she was part of the entire instigation and violence where Pinjra Tod was concerned. But I want to come to another point, and I want to say that the entire sequence when Kapil Mishra enters and is taken away, whisked away by the Delhi police, it's all on camera, including what has been said. How do you explain the fact that just before Donald Trump is visiting, a bunch of people in a completely new location starts coming in just specially? And there is complete plan, and these are the great masterminds. So you're trying to put in the entire blame, and it's not Kapil Mishra goes there in his capacity, in his personal capacity. Nobody else from BJP is there. You just want to put the blame on him, and all these incidents have happened before. The congregation has happened before. The collection of sticks, fires, and all the materials, firearms is already there. There is a school nearby, and the students are told, the parents are told, take your children away, because we are anticipating violence. Now, why would all that happen? This is not connected with anything else. So this was a strategy, well engineered, well implemented, well in place. And I don't want to say the saddest part about this is they want to make it about Hindus and Muslims. There are people from Aam Aadmi Party, and if you remember, it is the same Manish Sisodia, who's the deputy CM, who blamed the Delhi police.
It's interesting you mentioned that, because among the other things that have been submitted, and go purely by the evidence, among the conversations that this group was having in the lead up to the Delhi riots, actually there is one person who stands up, who eventually exited the group, who said कि ये लड़ाई हिंदुस्तानियों की लड़ाई से हटकर मुसलमानों की लड़ाई कैसे बन गई. And he also says, आपके चक्कर में सीलमपुर के लोगों को मुश्किलें उठानी पड़ रही हैं. So all I'm saying is that this is not about judging the innocence of guilt of any one person. If an investigation is happening, let's not hasten to talk of an arrest as a crackdown on free speech. Let the case proceed. Thank you very much, all gentlemen. Shazia Ilmi for joining me.